And so here, looking at Applied Digital, ticker symbol APLD. I can't remember the exact last time that I put out a video on them. I believe it was a ticker request, a rough cut requests video. And yeah, so I just wanted to do a follow-up because it was requested. And so, I did delete some of the Fibonacci retracements that I had up here, but I just kind of wanted to go over what I see in the chart. And really, what I see, and I could be wrong about this, is it looks like bearish consolidation. You've got this big move to the downside and then just consolidation over here. And, so I do think that it could be breaking lower. Although, I do say, this consolidation here, we have been putting in higher lows. So maybe that's a good thing. Maybe this is not, as bad as I would think. I'm also not great at calling bear flags. And so you see that. So I do think that is potentially good. You see higher lows in the RSI as well. But yeah, we've just really struggled to get above, let's see, like 486, this yellow line here. And then from this Fibonacci retracement, let's see, actually, let's see, there was a line that I had drawn up here. I'm actually going to delete this retracement. Let's see. Yeah, so the 786 here, price is below that. That is at $4.61.8. Current price closing on Friday, March 22nd, was $4.24, so lower than the 786, as you can see here. But the closes have been getting higher, so maybe that is reassuring. I was trying to see maybe there's a head and shoulders pattern here, an inverse head and shoulders pattern. But yeah, really, we've struggled to get like the highest close that we've been able to get since February 20th. This was the last time we closed above it, but the highest close was right here on the 20th, so not too long ago. On Wednesday of last week, I believe, the close was $4.65. So that is getting above 461.8, which is the 786 from this retracement. But we couldn't hold it. We got, a big push up the following day on Thursday, but got rejected from 486 and then came down. And so with those 2 days combined, like really from the close here, we've come down almost 9%. And that yellow line originates from something in the past. Let's see, I guess that's the open from May 16th of 2023. Did act as support over here as well as here. Broke below it a little bit, but then, broke below it again. Revisited, acted as support. And now, it looks like it's acting as resistance again, having gotten rejected from there on Thursday. Where do I see price coming back to? I just drew this, rough uptrend here. Price could potentially be coming back to that, maybe getting a low. Really just, the low that was over here, $4.18.5. I could see price coming down to that. But yeah, I also do see this gap to the downside here at $3.43.5. That also, it's the gap here. There's this gap up that has not yet been filled. Almost got it filled right here when we came down to $3.52. But that gap, let's see, the high there was $3.43.5. So yeah, I could see price coming down there, but also with these higher lows, maybe, it's stronger than I would think. But also, we do have this, let's say we have this big drop here. This is like the flagpole, if this is to be a bear flag. And then we have this kind of like choppy downtrending consolidation. And so since it's downtrending, you'd think it'd break higher. It didn't. And then what we actually see now is price trading within this uptrending channel. And so that might be breaking to the downside. So yeah, unfortunately, I feel like APLD looks like it might be coming down. But I guess really key levels that I would want to be paying attention to. One, $4.18.5. Hopefully we don't get a close below that. if we do get a close, I'd look for a second close that's lower, and then that might be confirming breakdown. And then if that does happen, then I'd be looking for $3.87.5, which was the low hit on February 23rd. I would think of that as kind of like a stop loss level. If price does break lower than that, I wouldn't want to be in it, because then I could maybe buy back down at this gap at 343.5. But maybe you just want to hold that, and that's just like a level to keep an eye on, and then maybe accumulate more down here. But yeah, I mean, I feel like this is going down. Unfortunately, it just hasn't shown the strength. It's had multiple opportunities to, and like you can look at the highs from over here, or the tops over here. They've just like been progressively getting lower, and yeah, and I guess this is kind of like a descending triangle a little bit, flat on the bottom, broke below it, and attempting to hold above. But yeah, I mean, I think that 418.5, I think that's going to be a really key level. So I'd look for a price to be respecting that. But I'd also prepare for the downside.